So, I just finished watching Death Note. I watched it because it seemed as though it was held in high regard by a bunch of people and seen as like really good. And I agree. I don't know if I'd call it rewatchable. Although I definitely say that like the general feel of it changed twice, which was when they went after like the CEO, the businessman I forgot the name of, and then when Light got his memories back. Like they both felt like they changed to entirely separate feelings. And it felt as though it began with the tone. It so when Light got his memories back, so like I originally kinda felt as though I was more on Light's side. I think it was after he killed L and took his place and got his memories back, that was when I'm like, no, get rid of this asshole. I was genuinely worried if they actually would or wouldn't. I especially love the part where his father threatened to kill him under assumption that he was Kira, because I didn't see a way they would actually escape that. That was genuinely tense. Again, I like the character writing. The fact that they managed to make me understand the mindset of a psychopath who's killed a bunch of criminals while writing their names in a notebook is impressive. Like, that is legitimately impressive. That they got me into his mindset, then didn't rip me out of it. Which is after he killed a character that I cared about. Interesting. I liked how it actually achieved that. Like, I suck at describing things. Like, I'm trying here. Like, I don't know how to describe character work. I originally assumed the ending would be like them charging him and holding his hand down before he could write their names. Before he gave it to someone else. And, like, I think during the latter half, it just felt a bit more like, it's less simple than the very beginning. Like, it felt a lot more clustered in terms of the plot. It felt more cluttered. Or maybe it was like how all the environments were much darker at that part. Combined with that, I don't know. Like the part, my favorite part's a bit where it was him against L. Like, that was interesting. When they went after the corporate CEO was kind of less interesting. Then, like, the last part just felt kind of weird and, like, a bit overly busy in some way. I don't know, it was weird. Like, it was still good. Like, I'd say I'd rewatch it in a couple of years or a year, maybe. I don't know. Like, I finished JoJo's Bizarre Adventure before this, and, like, sort of finished because they're still making it. I'll do a video discussing my thoughts, because although I watched it, like, over the course of a couple months. Because when it's long, I cannot binge it straight. Because I've struggled to binge Death Note today. Like, I'm almost at the end, I might as well force myself through this. Because I typically have to take breaks. I believe I learned that when binging Doctor Who. It's like, oh, I should really take breaks during this. Because I just go, ugh, on what was otherwise a good episode because I'm tired of watching it. I give it a number rating, but I have no clue how to do that. I don't know how to describe characters that well. Like, I guess I describe. Yeah, I suck describing characters. Like, I can notice change in character. The first time I noticed that was in Back to the Future when I watched it in. When was it? It was in June. Like, I watched the whole trilogy of that in June. It was like, I swear that was like in 2020. No, could not have been 2019 due to the whole, like, I don't know, like, weird mistake of trusting a fraudulent news company about Google and politics. Like, I want to forget that time existed. I think, no, I definitely first watched it in 2020. I think. Wait, no. I think I'm. No. I'll re-look it. I might have. I think that might have been 2021. I could check my 2021 year recap. I don't know. I mean, I'd recommend Death Note. So that was my thoughts on it. 0 out of 10.